Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Hard Count. I'm Michael Emami, and I recently had the privilege to speak with the Benjamin School football's quarterback, Tyler Aronson. Aronson is regarded as one of the top prospects in the nation, receiving several offers from top programs as a freshman in the 2024 class. This kid can absolutely sling it. He's fantastic, as we can see in his highlights here. He currently stands at 6 foot 2 inches and 200 pounds. Has excellent arm strength, as I just said, and ball placement too, which is another great quality in a quarterback that Aronson demonstrates. He's already fantastic, and I cannot wait to see him develop further as he grows even more through his program over the years. Had a really good conversation with him, folks. You're not going to want to miss it. This is a lot of fun talking with him. All right, everybody, here is Tyler Aronson. Enjoy. First off, I wanted to ask you, tell me a little bit about how you deal with just all the immense pressure and the attentions that you're getting right now.
I try to always be humble and not get big-headed from it. Although I have some offers and I'm really young, which is not normal. I picked up some my freshman year, but I just try to always get better and keep grinding. And I still want to always improve because I have a lot more work to do.
It was kind of a big moment for you when you got that offer from Miami, who they offered you. Wake Forest has also offered you. Florida State and other huge schools offered you. Florida Atlantic, Florida A&M, Appalachian State. So when you received both of those big Florida schools offers, Miami and Florida State, what was your reaction from both of them?
It was awesome because I didn't know, like, the recruiting was messed up because of COVID. I had a big break because my first offer came in October and then all that happened in February. So it was really surprising. And, like, I got all those in the same week, too. So I got FSU, Wake Forest, and Miami all in the same week. So it was crazy. And I was just really blessed, and it was just crazy because I really wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That must have been incredibly, overwhelming in a good way because, you just had all these schools reach out to you in kind of a 1 week span. And it's not surprising to me because when I'm looking at your film right now, it's the arm that really sticks out. It's the pocket presence, it's the poise, it's the awareness, it's the game awareness, but really to me it's the arm. I mean, you absolutely sling it like a young Brett Favre, if you will. And I wanted to ask you in terms of your training regimen, because you're 2024, you're only like a freshman right now, soon to be a sophomore. What did you kind of do to prepare yourself at the younger ages, in terms of that?
I work hard in the gym. I always try to stay in the gym. I think a big part about me is I need to stay flexible and all that because I'm tall. I'm 6'2". But I always want to, like, be strong and, be able to, like, take hits and all that stuff because that's important, especially for a pro style that's, like, stays in the pocket and is going to take some hits. So I always try to develop good habits in the pocket, be able to stay in the pocket for as long as I can. And on top of that, just always work on being able to put the ball wherever I can on the field because I feel like that's the best part of my game, my arm strength. And I'm able to put the ball wherever I want on the field at any distance. And I feel like my deep balls are the best part of my game. So I feel like that's something that I can even get better on. But yeah, I have a lot of little things I can work on this offseason. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and there's no questioning that. I mean, you have one of the best deep balls that I've ever seen. I mean, it's the placement that's up there, and obviously your receivers, don't have to do a lot of work in terms of adjustments because the ball is already there. It's the placement of it that's so incredible. And I wanted to ask you about your family because with how your parents have developed you, I'm sure how big of an influence have your parents been on your life?
They've done so much, especially my dad. He's done everything I could to get me the best trainers and done everything for me. My mom's always been supportive and, like, came out to all my games ever since I was 4 or 5, no matter what. And she always supported me no matter what I did. And my dad always did whatever he could. He'd bring me wherever he could to give me the best training from all around the country. And it just means so much because I know that he'd do anything. And I know that both my parents would do anything for me. So it's awesome.
And the other thing that I wanted to add is if a college is going to take you, if they're going to go ahead and pull the trigger and offer you and say, be a part of our program or you're going to commit to them, what's kind of the first thing that you would want them to know about you as an athlete and as a person?
Well, first off, I'm a humble person, but I have, like, a goofy side to me, but I'm always serious at the right times. I'm a good leader and I'm a coachable player. I take criticism well. I always Like when I get out on the field, I always look for stuff I can work on. I'm always looking to fix stuff because even Tom Brady is a quarterback coach, so everyone can get better at something. So I always try to get better no matter what and stay humble.
Tell me a little bit about your program and your relationship with your head coach. How was this year for you, and kind of tell me about kind of the best moments this season for you were.
So I've known my head coach since I was 5 years old. I started training with him, Coach Kresser, Coach Eric Kresser. I started training with him before he worked at Benjamin, was a coach there. So I built a really good relationship with him. He was my first coach in really anything and trainer. So I started off quarterback training at 5, and he taught me so many things on and off the field. And then I was able to start for his team as a freshman. So that was awesome. I had a mess up spring season last year. We didn't have a spring, so I wasn't really able to get used to anything and develop any chemistry with any people on the team. We had a really young team too, so that really hurt us. But I say the biggest moment was the second game because I really adjusted to the speed of the game really well. The first game, it kind of hit me in the face, just the speed of the game change and pressure. But after that, I really handled it well, and I stayed calm. I stayed in the pocket, and I just played like myself. I just did my job, and I knew that I can only control what I can control, and I can't worry about anything else.
Gotcha. And so do you have any hobbies outside of football? Any other interests outside of football?
I like swimming and fishing, and I like going to the mall and the movie theater.
Okay, yeah, that's great. And do you play any other sports besides football? Are you a multi-sport athlete?
I play some basketball, and I play a little bit of soccer too.
Okay, that's great. And this is going to be the $1,000,000 question. This is going to be the hardest question I'm ever going to ask. Are you ready?
All right.
All right, here we go. If you were to get drafted by an NFL team, what would be your preferred team you'd want to get drafted by?
The Bucks.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Wow, really? That's cool.
Yeah. Well, now because learn behind Tom Brady would be awesome. I would probably say the Patriots if he was still on the Patriots because just being able to learn from him and see what he does on the daily.
Okay, yeah. So is he one of your idols? Do you look up to him?
Yeah, I think that I feel like everyone plays better when they're on the same team as him. Like, I feel like his defense plays better, his offense plays better, and he's just a great leader in general. Like, you could just see the impact he made, especially going to Tampa Bay and doing what he did in just 1 year. It's not like it took him multiple years. He got there, and
Yeah.
they were obviously a really talented team, but
Yeah,
they didn't make it close enough last year.
First year, and he wins a Super Bowl. Yeah, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for coming on, Tyler. Glad I was able to have you on here.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good one. Appreciate it.
You too. Thank you.
All right, everybody. That was Tyler Aronson out of the Benjamin School in Florida. If you'd like to contact Tyler, his Twitter account is at Tyler Aronson QB. That's spelled at TYLERARONSON QB is in caps. The T in Tyler's capitalized, as is the A in Aronson. And I'll be sure to post his huddle link and information below as well. If you'd like to contact me, my Twitter account is at Emami Michael. Both my Facebook and Instagram are at The Hard Count with Michael Emami. Snapchat is Michael Emami, and be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much for those new subscriptions, too. I really appreciate it, and promises made, promises kept. I will be doing rankings on this show at some point. We're thinking probably in July, August, maybe even sooner, depending upon how things work out. So you got a big project coming up for that. I told you guys I'd do it, and I'm going to deliver on that promise, and I'm pretty excited about it. I know I've been talking about it for a little while now, and I know you guys voted extensively in favor of the rankings. So we're going to go ahead and go through with that. All right, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in and checking this episode out. This has been The Hard Count. Do you have what it takes to go D1?